Good day, everyone. I'm here this morning with some digital business owners. If you have been following us, you know that we do a go live every Tuesday morning, and we are the Morning Breakfast Club girls. We meet every weekday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the purpose is to start our day off on a positive note. We watch a video, then we discuss what we learned or didn't learn, and then we end it with a positive song to send us on our way. The video we watched this morning was by Mel Robbins, No More Excuses. The link to the video will be in the comments section after we're done. So we're going to start here with our thoughts. Go ahead, Jose.
Good morning, everyone. Mel Robbins, yes, she's a do it. She almost tells you to do it before you even think about it, right? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've been doing it wrong. I've been doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, just kidding. But I have used it, to get out of bed or to change my mindset, right? And it does make you just change what your thoughts are and do the right thing. One thing that I wrote down was you have the answers here. It's how to get it out, right? And that's, I was just listening to another broadcast before we came on, and it also has to do with fear. So again, if you use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and face your fear and do it anyways, you get a lot more results. And so, yeah, I love the way she talks about hacking your brain and getting things done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jose. Okay, Amy.
Good morning, everyone. Now, this was a good one this morning, even though I cannot relate to an alarm clock. I have an internal alarm clock. I'm awake. I haven't had to set an alarm clock for I don't know how many years now, which is not a bad thing. But I do like the life hack and the 5 second rule, the 5 second decisions, and utilizing that going forward when I'm making decisions. So even though I don't have an issue with waking up and getting my day going and being motivated, I do like the fact that we now have a tool that she has taught us this tool to utilize when we make these decisions that terrify us. Because that's really what I took from that was stop being scared and living in fear and being terrified of the answer. Because I think we all have that fear of rejection, the fear of being told no. And so we talk ourselves out of it, like Mel talked about. There's so much that I believe we talk ourselves out of. We have it all right here in our brain. We all know what we should do. We all know the decisions we should make to propel and to move forward, yet we will talk ourselves out of it. And we need to stop doing that. And I like that, she's the fact that she is right about going inside first to change yourself, because you cannot change yourself until you go deep inside of you. And I also, can relate to what she's talking about as far as what our brain does when we sleep. Because I listen to meditation at night while I sleep about reprogramming your subconscious mind. And, because half of our brain is awake and half of the brain is asleep. And the brain has to regulate our body. It's got to catalog memories. And it's also got to perfect. I can't talk this morning. Perfect your ass. So our brain is doing a lot of work when we go to bed at night, ladies. Whoever thought that our brain was doing all the things that it does? But I can tell a difference, though, with listening to meditation at night and listening to, about how to reprogram your mind to have more positive thoughts and to get your subconscious mind working the way you want it to work in your everyday life. So, yeah, this was another good one this morning, Krista. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Amy. Okay, Tina, your turn.
Good morning, everybody. And I even add to this when I find myself using this tool, this method. I take a deep breath first, and then I I do the count on the exhale, and it just helps me pivot. It helps me redirect myself. It helps me make that decision to move forward and follow through. And, it is, she was talking about this being self-monitoring. So it's also a good way to stay in check with yourself. So if you need to focus on something, if you need to say it a few times, many times throughout the day, just to keep you centered, then it's a good tool to have. I use it often. I love Mel Robbins. She's great. Thanks.
Yeah, I like her too, Tina. She's great. Thank you. Okay, Darlene, go ahead.
Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay. I never consciously thought that your brain actually regulates, it shuts down and it remembers things at the same time and it protected your ass. I didn't realize that, but now I do. The 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to get out of bed. Well, I don't really need that because, like Amy, my alarm clock is on the inside, so it wakes me up every single morning, whether I like it or not. So, and once I'm up, I might as well get up because I can't go back to sleep. But once you get that down, you can actually use it for everything because it interrupts, like she said, both sides of your brain. And I didn't realize there's a lot of things I didn't realize before she told me about this morning. You have to disregard your feelings so you can choose whatever it is you want to do and do whatever it is you have to do to get it done. And she says your behavior and your thoughts are your choice, which of course it is. So if you focus on what matters, you can control how you actually react to what matters. So if you apply yourself and you have the courage to push through, whatever mountain you have made of that anthill will not be that mountain anymore. It'll just be the anthill that you have to climb over. So your decisions are going to scare you, of course, but everybody has that problem. But you have the ability, and everyone has the ability to change themselves. It's just like loving yourself, for instance. Before you can love others, it's really difficult to realize and accept that you are just as worthy as everybody else. But once you do, you're on your way to success. That was really great. And I think I'm going to listen to Mel Robbins a lot more. Thanks a lot, Krista.
Thank you, Darlene. That was great. Yeah, I consciously use the 5-second rule. What I do is, what I've done for a long time actually, is I have that voice that talks to me just like everybody else. You want to do something and you have the fear come up and you have this and that, and I can't do this and I can't do that. But after I get myself into a tither, I always go back and, okay, how did I feel in the first seconds when that idea came across, or that person called, or that opportunity came? How did I feel? So I put myself back there. And if my intuition turned on and said, yep, that's for you, that's what I go with. And I walk through my fear. But I don't always do it in the first 5 seconds. I sometimes, let my brain go, and then I go back and I put myself back there. And it works, and I make myself do it. So it's kind of the 5-second rule, but it's kind of like a delayed 5-second rule. Because I sometimes, my mind just goes sometimes, and then I put myself back. And then I do what my intuition tells. And she is so right when she said, if you haven't done the inner work and you don't know yourself, and you don't know what you really truly want or don't want, and believe it, then it doesn't matter. You're not gonna listen to yourself anyways. So you really have to do the inner work to know yourself, to love yourself. And so when your intuition does tell you something, you will believe it and you'll follow it, because you're never going to feel comfortable. When you're doing something different, you're never going to feel comfortable. And your mind is always going to go, whether you catch it in the first 5 seconds or the next day or whatever, you're never going to feel comfortable. So you have to be able to go back and believe what your intuition is telling you and take the steps towards your goals, whatever they may be. And that takes practice. And it does get easier over time, for sure. So yeah, she was great. I like Mel Robbins too. So I'm going to do our closing. I hope that everybody got some inspiration from this and you feel like this was a great start to your day. If you would like to find out more about our online business, hit the Learn More button from the person's page you're watching from, or you can send us a message or go to our websites. And again, the 5-second rule. If you got that little inkling when you came across our websites, then hit that button. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Dale Carnegie. So I'm signing off now, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day and take care.
Bye. Have a great day, everyone.